I'm Carol, and this is the first speech assignment for Adam Glick's public speaking class. So unfortunately I have a cold, of course, so my voice is a little funky, but anyway, here goes. I don't own many DVDs, but the ones I do have, I think, give a clue to what I think is most important. And I did major in filmmaking for a time, but that's not at all what this is about. And it's also not about me just listing my favorite movies. These are actually the DVDs I have. What happened was I was looking around my living room and trying to come up with the requisite object for this assignment, and I realized I don't really have a physical object that seems to symbolize anything about me distinctive. But I finally saw my paltry collection of DVDs and realized that they, whether accidentally or on purpose, they do provide some insight into me, even though there are only 6 of them. So the first one is Schoolhouse Rock. It's about the joy of learning, and I think it's pretty remarkable that I still remember all these songs from my childhood. And unfortunately, I'm dating myself a bit. The next one is Rocky, and this is one of the first movies I ever saw. And although it's about a boxing match, and I've never been in any sort of physical altercation, it's special to me because I think it's about a person of integrity who strives to overcome the odds. And, it's about that, regardless of whether you're an underdog or an undefeated champion. And I identify with that sometimes inexplicable source of pride that Italians seem to have. I'm half Italian. So the next one is Casino Royale. And this is in my collection not only because Daniel Craig is awesome in it, but because I identify with the badass loner theme. He trusts in his instincts and is the best at what he does. The Truman Show is less serious than that, but it's also about sticking to your guns, so to speak, and I very much identify with the trapped feeling Truman Burbank experiences, along with the sense that not only unseen forces seem to be against you sometimes, but sometimes also, in a weird way, your friends and family, when you might think that you want to do more with your life than you're doing. Immortal Beloved is the next one. It's a beautiful movie that reminds me of the mind's ability to continually amaze and to keep being amazed despite all the ugliness in the world. Not to mention Beethoven was depressed and deaf. Incidentally, family deafness has played a part in my life, and I've had my own issues with it. I've had numerous ear surgeries and don't hear as well as most people, but I love to sing. And Beethoven's Ninth Symphony is the most inspiring, magical piece of music to me that I've ever heard. And he was completely deaf when he wrote that. So maybe my singing isn't so bad. Okay, I didn't want to cheat and leave out Yoga for Dummies, but I have to say it has helped me feel better with some issues I've gone through recently, physically and mentally. And yeah, so that's in there too. Finally, Wendy and Lucy. It's not a great movie. It's kind of a bummer, actually, but it deals with a subject that I am most passionate about, and that's animal welfare, animal rights. In fact, I want to devote the rest of my life to this. I think that animals are the ultimate underdogs, and this movie drives home a single powerful message. a person's contentment and well-being is not more important than an animal's. It shouldn't be anyway. So I guess, yeah, the bottom line is that although I've always felt like an underdog or an outcast, what remains most important to me is that I continue to strive for more meaning out of life and to fight for what I believe in through education. I'm going to law school in the fall, and advocacy and just inner badassness. That's not a word, but sorry, I didn't know how else to say that better. And somehow each of these movies exemplifies these ideas. Thanks.